What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. We got the live going.
Yeah, we do.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and we're going to be trying to do this from now on. So if you guys want to check out the live, we'll be doing this every Thursday, somewhere between 4:30 and 5:30.
Yeah, hopefully not this late again. So.
Yeah, we had some audio issues this morning, so not this morning, this afternoon.
But we're here now.
Yeah, we are.
That's all that matters.
We got it all figured out. The John Father's not on set, so we didn't have anyone to help us out when we had an issue today.
We're a little illiterate. So.
I don't know about illiterate, but definitely helpless.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Yeah, let's jump right in. Roster shakeup. We got a good one for you guys today. We got lots of coaches. We got some player drama for you guys. So to start us off, we got John Harbaugh going to the Giants. I called it.
You did call it.
Yep. Miles gave me some love on the gram. Appreciate that, Miles. 5 years, $100+ million. I think it's a great fit. I love it. What do you think?
I mean, he wanted to go somewhere with a quarter. He loves Jackson Dart.
Oh yeah,
he loves Jackson Dart, man.
How can you not love what they got going on? Offensively, you know, a lot of potential there. They've got the #1 overall pick, so a lot. They have a bright future, is what I'll say. You know, they got a young defense. John Harbaugh is pretty much gutting the defensive coaching staff, which I think is a good thing.
He's got better connections than that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cool. Right on. Well, let's hop right in. I guess we already did. John Harbaugh. Kevin Stefanski. That's who's next on my list. Kevin Stefanski is going to the Falcons. New head coach of the Falcons. We talked about this. That was another really desirable job. I think top 3 we talked about were Giants, Ravens, and the Falcons over the last couple weeks. So Kevin Stefanski is now a Falcon. He's got options there at quarterback. They got weapons. I heard some buzz around maybe Kyle Pitts getting traded, but I don't know about that. You got one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best, in Bijan Robinson. And I think high potential job over there.
Yes, I'm seeing some roses in the chat. Thank you all who are donating. I believe I see Justin in there live on set. So
I appreciate that.
Thank you, buddy. But yeah, Kevin Stefanski, 2-time coach of the year. He did bring Cleveland up from rock bottom, and then he fell right back down. So
you know, I that felt like an ego thing to me, though. You know, that like the whole thing with Shador starting Dylan Gabriel over Shador, that's ridiculous.
It is. Yeah. I mean, the whole quarterback controversy, his play calling, it ran stale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he could do well in Atlanta in a division that's not good.
Right.
So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I even predicted them to even win that division last year, and they finished with the same record, and they were eliminated weeks before both Carolina and Tampa. So
right.
I think that's a good hire. They're looking to turn around because their roster is pretty ready-made if you can figure out what you're going to do at quarterback with those options that he has. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Up next on my list, I got Mike McDaniel. Jim Harbaugh wanted to bring him in at OC. I think it's a great fit. They could definitely help out with the run game. Amarion Hampton, I think that's going to be huge. We all know that Justin Herbert has the potential to do big things, but the offensive line needs a lot of help. They need to focus on that this offseason, rebuilding that, right? Give that guy some time in the pocket. They have decent wide receivers. I think, you know, maybe a late round pick for a wide receiver might not be a bad idea. Build some depth there. And then on the defensive side of the ball, that everyone can use a little help now, I think there. So
absolutely. And they got unlucky with Joe Alt and Rashad Slater getting hurt. So both of their tackles, I mean, it got pretty depleted, but yeah, man, you got to be able to protect Herbert if you're going to want to go deep into the playoffs, and Herbert's got to get over his own hump here too. So, but yeah, and you got a couple more on there as well.
Yeah, I do. Next on my list, I got BA, Brandon Ayuk. John Lynch says, it's safe to say, and this is a quote, it's safe to say he's played his last game as a Niner. I don't blame him. You know, this guy holds out for the through the beginning of the season for a big bag, gets injured, and then doesn't even show up, can't pick up the phone, can't answer a text, nothing. goes ghost. So, it's pretty disappointing to see. I don't know what his future and his career holds. I guess you wish somebody the best, but honestly, pretty disappointed overall.
Yeah, and you said John Lynch said that?
Yeah.
You're hearing it from the horse's mouth then.
Right.
And why would you retain somebody like that,
Right.
who's didn't even bother showing up to the facility and doing stuff off the field that is just so questionable, and all the drama that happened previously.
Yeah,
so.
It's pretty disappointing overall. And then finally on my list, I got Jimmy Butler. Again, we try to sprinkle in a little bit of NBA every single week, especially as the NFL season's coming to an end. We're going to start transitioning a little bit more and a little bit more. Jimmy B tore his ACL.
Yes.
And it's kind of poetic in a way, right? A bunch of Niners showed up to the game. CMC was there. I believe Nick Bosa was there, and they showed all the Niners on camera, and then 30 seconds later, Jimmy Butler tears his ACL. So, that's kind of disappointing, but I guess it is what it is, right?
Got to wonder what they're going to do now. I mean, especially with Steph Curry.
Steph's getting older, man.
Are you going to trade him while he still has value?
Well, and he's had his own little bite of the injury bug this season, so that I guess we'll see what happens with the Warriors.
Yeah, but sprinkling in basketball because we're coming up to the end of the NFL season.
Yes, sir.
It's a sad time, but and I want to give a shout out to my boy Dustin. He gave 26 of those roses.
Right on. Hey,
and
appreciate you, Dustin.
He said he loves your hat. So
hey, there we go.
All right, so my turn. We're gonna kick off. Robert Saleh, my baby boy. This is who I wanted in the desert, and he got snubbed by the Titans, or he got snagged by the Titans, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say snubbed, but
no,
snagged for sure.
And I was seeing reports that's where he wanted to go, initially. So
right.
Cardinals got swept by Tennessee this year. They blew that game, and now they're taking their coach. So, but I don't blame him. He's got. Say what you will about Cam Ward. They drafted him for the future. He at least wanted a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have a ton of cap space. They got a new facility coming to, or a new stadium, I should say.
Right.
So, they're going to have a better trajectory in terms of one of these, dumpster fire organizations that he was going to have to choose from if he's not going to Baltimore or Pittsburgh or Buffalo. Sorry. And one of those already got filled today, and I'll mention that as well.
Well, don't you worry, Miles. I'm still holding out hope for Chip Kelly in the desert.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm not.
Chip Kelly to the desert. I'm manifesting it this year.
Dude, we're already bad enough. you just want to see me miserable.
I did send you a fake promo of that.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
In fact, you disliked it.
Yeah, I did. That'd be horrific. Chip Kelly.
Did your heart drop for a minute when I sent it to you? I thought it looked pretty good.
No, I could tell the Cardinal was a little buffered, but just as well as anybody, Chip Kelly when he was in the Bay, not pretty. So next up we got Jeff Hafley. He just signed with the Dolphins. Not a coordinator that I was very high on. He had a really great defense up until Micah Parsons got hurt, and I believe it was those last 6 weeks, his defense just completely fell apart.
Right.
They were giving up. They were in the top echelon of points given up before, and then they fell to the bottom echelon. So, not a very juice-filled hire, I would say, for Miami. And I'm glad he's off the market because that seems like a Cardinal thing to do. But I digress. Moving on to somebody who is a very hot commodity, the hottest on the market right now, Sean McDermott. And we've seen a lot of buzz.
Unbelievable, really.
Unbelievable. And we've seen a lot of buzz, especially from the Bills front office, which we will get into. Thank you guys for the roses again. You guys are being very nice, Marla. Shout out to Marla.
Yeah, appreciate that.
We've seen a lot of buzz with that front office that we will talk about later in a different segment.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen that he had critiques of the roster, and ownership in the front office did not take a liking to that, and they let him go. And I'm going to say I'm not surprised that he got fired, because this should have been the year where he was all in front of the Bills with no Kansas City and no Cincinnati and no Baltimore in their way.
but they had no wide receivers.
They had no wide receivers.
I think that their run game was good, but honestly, their offensive line was mid at best. Their defense isn't the same as it was in years past when they were competing. I don't think that you can blame Sean McDermott for all of that.
Chief fan, Chiefs or Broncos, I like Chiefs better. I'd say 99% of America disagrees with that. And I'm really not even a Bronco guy, but I just seen too many Kansas City, 15 years of either New England or Kansas City making the AFC Championship game. So
yeah, it's got to be Bronco. Honestly,
yeah.
if Bo Nix wasn't, and we'll get into this, but if Bo Nix didn't break his ankle, then I'd be probably rooting for the Broncos.
You don't believe in Stidham? Stid the kid? Come on, man. He's taking them all the way. Put money on it.
I'm holding you to that. We got a Patriots fan actually on set, and so we'll bring him on a little bit later. You guys will get to see our very first live guest. It'll be really exciting.
Yeah. Moving on, Jesse Minter. This just happened a couple hours ago. He's getting hired by Baltimore.
Right.
He was being highly coveted, especially coming from Jim Harbaugh's staff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd prefer him over guys like Jeff Hafley, Anthony Weaver, some of these other DCs, maybe even like Raheem Morris, who has that head coaching experience. You've seen what it looks like, but Jesse Minter is intriguing, and it's not surprising that Baltimore was going to go a defensive route post John Harbaugh, mainly because that defense was pretty atrocious last year. So can he right the ship? We're going to wait and see, but I'm not mad at that hire for Baltimore. And then, like you alluded to cap off this segment, is Bo Nix. That whole situation was very weird. It's very unfortunate for it to happen on like the second to last play of the game.
Right.
And
there's even some conspiracy that happened like on the kneel down. Did you
whatever
see
it might
that?
be? I mean,
what a weird thing. Chiefs fan, thank you. Yeah, I also feel bad for.
I like Bo Nix.
For Bo Nix. Yeah, I like Bo Nix too.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of trashed the Broncos all season long for at different points, calling them frauds but I mean, they won that game. And it's really unfortunate that they are going to get that far and not even have their starting quarterback.
They're getting the rug swept out from under them with this injury. And, can their defense carry them? That's an elite defensive unit. So, I don't think they're going to win against New England, which is shocking for me to say because I didn't know that they would get this far. So
I think New England's got that game in the bag.
Well, I mean, we saw that they were going against the Texans defense, and shout out Henry Hughes, and they're not going to score. What do you say? One time, they're not getting in the end zone one time.
It's too bad I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have that clip on me.
But if you guys,
I would pull that back up. But
if you guys caught last episode from the Fourth and Furious segment,
Furious it was.
He was pretty confident that that New England was not getting in the end zone, and they got in there like 3 times before halftime. So, Vrabel, one hell of a coach, man. And I believe Sean McDermott is one hell of a coach, but he got snubbed. It's a Hall of Shame.
Yeah, Hall of Shame. Miles, take us away, man.
Yeah, like we alluded to, that front office, there's been a lot of drama coming out ever since they fired him. We saw reports that, like, 5 weeks ago, Sean McDermott was pointing out flaws in this roster and how it's not a Super Bowl caliber team.
Right.
And I'm sure you're pointing to the wide receivers, just like a segment of that roster that has never really been gotten right under this ownership when he was there.
I think the closest that they ever got was Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And they're not getting close with Keon Coleman because that's been a topic of conversation with that front office. It's a lot of finger pointing about who was responsible for wanting to draft Keon Coleman. And the front office was saying the coaching staff, like that was their choice, trying to get some heat off of them. But I believe the stat I heard was they've drafted 56 players in this era Two of them have been Pro Bowlers.
Right.
And that's bad. And I mean, you got a guy like Josh Allen who may never be replicated again in NFL history. I mean, he's a special quarterback.
Man, he throws a good ball.
Just came off winning MVP, and you're doing him a disservice by, and he's got James Cook. Joe Brady did a good job with facilitating that offense through Josh Allen and James Cook. But you got to get him some better playmakers than like Shakur and Dalton Kincaid.
They've tried to put some effort into the tight end room here and there, but then they won't scheme them up right or something else, So it's been pretty disappointing. They definitely need to get some wide receivers in there. Jump for them.
This is what I'll say, just to cap this off.
They could have BA.
They could. Yeah. You want BA? No drama there. Here's what I'll say. I'm not surprised that they fired Sean McDermott because it was getting a little prevalent that he wasn't going to get them over the hump. He brought good stability to that organization that was otherwise pretty terrible prior to his arrival. But as somebody who is a fan of a dumpster fire organization, firing a coach like Sean McDermott, it could get much worse.
Well, and this is something that you and I talk about a lot. How can you fire a coach without the knowledge that that there's somebody better out there?
Yeah.
Who's going to be better?
Right.
Who's going to be better? The closest you might get at this point is going to be Mike Tomlin.
And he says he's done coaching.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
He was long tenured head coach, and that he was like the definition of stability when it came to just keeping the ship afloat. And the 9-8, 10-7 memes are hilarious, but he was a winning head coach, and I'm sure he saw the writing on the wall too when he left. That it's over. It's done. So,
Snow Dragon asked if we had an update on BA. BA is out. BA is out in San Fran. John Lynch said it himself, so he will not be returning to San Francisco.
You know Snow Dragon?
I don't know if I do know Snow Dragon.
Okay.
I don't have a name.
Well, he knows he's your classmate, or he was your classmate.
Who's Snow Dragon?
I like to make jokes that Brandon Ayuk was best friends with Jared, and he's worried that's going to come back to bite him.
Best friends. You got to stop saying that, Miles.
All right. Well, let's shift over to the 49ers. I want to hear what you have to say because I think you're going to be more critical than I would.
I mean, it's tough as a Niners fan to sit there and watch them get blown out by your division rival, right? Bitter division rival. You never want to see that, and it's just disappointing. It's really, really disappointing to see something like that happen. Now, a lot of people will say, well, it's unbelievable that they even made it there because of all the injuries, right? Going into the playoffs, what did I say? They had 78 missed games throughout the season if you total up all the injuries. And I mean, that's brutal. That is brutal. And it is amazing how far they made it. It's amazing that they were able to beat the Bears at the end of the season, and then even in that last game, hold the Seahawks to only 13 points.
Right.
But you go into Seattle, and the special teams is a disaster on the first play.
That set the tone for the game.
And it felt like after that, almost every person on the team just gave up. The energy shifted. It felt different. It felt different sitting at home, And the one thing that I will say, and I don't want to hear any more flack for this guy, the one person that you can't say anything about was Brock Purdy.
No.
Yeah, every single play he gets back out there, he didn't seem shaken, and frankly, he was their entire offense. I thought the play calling was bad. That's on Kyle Shanahan. The defense looked atrocious. You give up 41 points in the divisional round? Absolutely not. And on top of that, they actually got some players back on their linebacking core for that game.
A core that Robert Saleh was making chicken salad out of chicken shit. I mean, they're signing Eric Kendricks off the street, and he's playing a pivotal role in the wild card round against Philly.
Right.
You know, it was a coaching Herculean effort for them to be that far. But I understand your point of not wanting to enable losing like that in a pivotal game to a division rival.
And I'm not taking anything away from the rest of the season. I'm not taking away anything of them getting up to that point. I just think that when you break it down and you look at that game as a whole, that was a train wreck, and frankly, it was embarrassing. And I don't want to be one of those people that preaches on the injuries, because they made it that far. They beat the defending Super Bowl champions the week before.
Yep.
I understand a loss.
Had a chance at the number 1 seed.
Right. Exactly. Had a chance at the number 1 seed. I understand a loss, but I don't understand that.
No.
I don't understand that kind of a blowout. That's just unacceptable. You know what else is unacceptable, though, Miles? Was our dual threat bet from last week. And it's unacceptable because Miles won. How dare you? I was making a comeback, Miles.
I should be a professional gambler.
Listen, you're still under 500. You're still under 500. 12,
I know.
10 and 12. 10 and 12.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for making it to 10 wins. I wasn't sure either of us were going to this season.
Yeah.
I go into this week 7 and 15. So you said we're counting the Super Bowl as 2?
Yeah, so we're going to do this so that Jared will still have a chance to win, because if we did it like status quo, I would have already won.
So what
two more
happens,
games and I'm ahead by 3. So
what happens if we tie? Are we both punished, or are we getting away with it?
I think we need to let the supporters decide. Shout out
what does the chat say?
My boy Ian says I got a wedgie, so maybe we both got to give each other a wedgie or something.
I don't know if I want to get that close to you, Miles.
Oh,
this is about my limit.
No, you can say that when we're on camera, but you're like all over me off camera. So, but yeah, but yeah, I think we're gonna try to figure that out, because
yeah, we'll have to come to some kind of,
and we just changed how we do this segment like a couple weeks ago,
right?
So I'm gonna be gracious. I'm gonna show you kindness from my heart and not make you do the beer mile just yet. But
yeah, I appreciate you. You've given me a lot of grace this season. This dual threat bet has not gone both for me. What does it say? Both get punished. Yeah, thank you to Justin.
Yeah, thanks, Justin.
Who's actually here on set.
Yes.
For that input. I feel like if you're on set, though, your input shouldn't count.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's a little too much bias here. But yeah, I think Rams at Seahawks are going to count it as one normal, and then if you just so happen to win that this coming week, and
we're back, baby.
Super Bowl, you're going to get 2, and then you could tie me at 10 wins. So I would need to lose out.
Pro Bowl too, right? Say we're going to do Pro Bowl, or
I mean, we could if we want like a
how about
winner.
this? If you win, then we won't do the Pro Bowl.
Okay.
And if I'm just don't agree to that.
Why?
Don't agree to that, because I'm fleecing you.
But I'm giving you a chance here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. We'll talk. How about this? We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah,
we'll see where we're at.
Yeah,
but like Miles said, our game for the week is the Rams at the Seahawks. It's the divisional round. Honestly, we probably what did we do last week? We did Rams. We did the Rams game, right?
Bears,
and normally we would have done Patriots Broncos, but with the injury to Bo Nix, I just don't feel good about picking that matchup.
Yeah.
And so instead we did Rams Seahawks. So it's time to flip the coin. Miles, give it a call. Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. It is tails. It's my pick this week.
Alrighty.
All right.
This is lining up for you.
Yeah, give me the crown. All right. Ready? I don't remember what we put in here. We keep a lot of crap in here, by the way.
We do.
Stafford 35.5 plus 35.5 pass attempts.
You better hope they're down, and they're down quick. You're going to be slinging that rock.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But
that's
I mean,
a tough one.
Sean McVay is going to want to establish the run.
I think it's gonna be tough too. And honestly, the Rams run game is really, really tough right now. Excuse me, the Seahawks run stop is really, really tough right now.
Yeah.
We saw that last week. Christian McCaffrey couldn't get any movement at all.
And he got banged up too.
Yeah.
That was a physical game.
Absolutely. So I don't feel too bad about it. It's not the worst one that I could have pulled out of the crown.
Yeah, Ian in the chat saying Miles is a diehard Rams fan. That cannot be more wrong. I'm gonna be rooting for them to lose, and we're gonna make our picks here in the divisional round breakdown.
Wrong one. Miles is a diehard Rams fan. Actually, he tells me all the time, but he tells me off camera. He doesn't want anyone to know.
I'm a fan of their stadium. That's a cool stadium.
Yeah, you were just there.
I was.
You were just there. What 3 weeks ago?
Last week of the season.
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, beautiful stadium. I got to see my boy Mike Wilson score a touchdown. Trey McBride hurdle. Somebody. And apparently there were a lot of eyes on me in the crowd because I was like maybe one of 5 Cardinal fans in that building. So,
which I think is hilarious because when the Niners go there, they sell it out.
Yeah. What do they call it? Levi South.
Yeah.
So
it's basically a home game.
Yeah, Arizona don't have fans. But yeah, kicking off divisional round breakdown. We got 2 more games. Or 2 games in this round. And you know, this is really tough because I wanted Bo Nix to stay healthy to see how that was going to shake out. Because Bo Nix has been playing well. I think his statistics are really good too, but there's just something about watching him. I'm like, it still seems a little clunky sometimes.
Right.
But, you know, Jared Stidham, the kid. He's not
Nick Foles.
No,
I'll tell you that. He's not Nick Foles.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of clunky there. So,
and the offense already, we've been calling them frauds all season. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
No.
There's no way.
No. I mean,
unless Drake May goes down on the first play, it's not happening.
No. Yeah. Or they would need some defensive touchdowns. But yeah, I mean, he got hurt in that game against the Bills. And something else about that game was for Buffalo to be in that game, turning it over 6 times. I mean, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
If they didn't turn the ball, if they cut those turnovers in half, I think they win this going away.
I think so too.
So
yeah, I think so too.
You know, and I say that defense is elite. So, you got to give him props for turning the Bills over so many times, but to still give up 30. And, I mean, that's a testament to, the offense, too, maybe not taking advantage of these turnovers. But I think this goes back to the fraudulent aspect that you and I harped on a lot.
Right.
And it seems like a moot point now because neither of us think they're going there. But, you know.
It's just crazy because the Bills had so many opportunities, it felt like, to win that game.
Yeah.
And, frankly, they should have.
Well, and then
we should be seeing an AFC East AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of controversy about the catch pick in that game too,
right. which was
I'm not even going to talk about that.
And I'm conflicted on it as well. You know, I honestly have an opinion. I have an opinion on it. Do you want me to give it?
Yeah,
I think he caught it. And he was down. Right? He's got the ball in his hands, hits the ground. The ball's not moving when he hits the ground and he's touched down. The ball is ripped out as they're rolling away. I would not say that the defender had control of the ball as they were hitting the ground.
Right.
And that's just my opinion. Maybe the rule is the rule and I don't know, but I can't agree with the call.
Your boy Joe Burrow would disagree with you because he made his opinion clear as well. He believes that was an interception.
Well, when Joe Burrow plays a full season, then he can have an opinion.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, it was Joe Burrow in the live. Did you hear that, buddy? Yeah.
We should tag Joe Burrow in
get him on the pod, man. Let's go.
Yeah, get Joe Burrow on the pod.
Yeah, and if he gets hurt again, he'd have a lot.
He's gonna have a lot. I was gonna say he's gonna have a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah. So but yeah, next game like Texans at Patriots. That was not the outcome I expected, and C.J. Stroud hurts to watch.
Yes,
he hurts to watch. His
Which
fall
is
from
crazy
grace.
Because, he had such a strong rookie year.
Yeah, and it's been downhill from there. And I mean, to give that team credit, they went on a heater at the end of the year to make the playoffs, and so huge testament to D'Amico Ryans in that defense. But we're looking at C.J. Stroud. Maybe should be up in the air in terms of that quarterback position, and there's no way they're picking up his 5th-year option as of right now either. Okay, give your reasoning.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Dude, who's going to replace him? Who's going to replace? This is just like the head coaching conversation that we have. You can't get rid of somebody if there's not someone better to replace them with, if you don't have a better option.
Well, here's what I'll say.
You're not going to pull in a backup quarterback from around the league and expect it to go that way.
But you could you could pull C.J. Stroud from the game when he's playing so poorly and put Davis Mills in there. If you're on life support like that in a must-win game, I was post-halftime, I was like, they need to seriously think about putting in Davis Mills because he played well when C.J. Stroud was hurt, and if your guy is turning the ball over like that, I mean, I understand you want to keep the confidence and you believe that C.J. Stroud is the better quarterback, but...
Here, you want to know something I could see happening mid-season? In the off-season next year? Is Mac Jones. I could see a Mac Jones move.
Yeah, and
I think that's something that we're probably going to end up talking about a lot through the offseason.
He's going to have demand.
I think so too.
But I think, and I saw Kyle Shanahan say this, he would be surprised if he's not a 49er next year. So I think it's going to take a package that is going to have to be really worth it to the Niners because Brock Purdy isn't injury prone, or God, I'm fumbling my words here. He's not prone to, he can't not avoid injury.
Right.
So he's shown that. So you need a quality backup quarterback, and I think you could throw whoever in there. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is an offensive mastermind. So, but I mean, Mac Jones was the most serviceable guy when you just had a guy like Sam Darnold not too long ago, who obviously has had a resurgence, but he wasn't going to perform to that caliber in that offense. So, I think he's going to have demand in a quarterback market that's pretty dry. So, I think he's going to be on the move. I would antithesis to Kyle Shanahan. I'd be surprised if he's still on the roster.
That was kind of my take. I will be surprised if he's back next season.
Yeah.
Just based off of how they've elevated his value.
So,
and honestly, the needs of the team. So,
yeah, I was about to say that is that Steiny in the chat saying Bo Nick's better than Brady. I think he's just trying to rage bait Justin here. I could see it.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know what? We'll do our own little rage bait of Justin. Here at the end of the show. Yeah, we.
One baby. Yeah, and that was almost 18 years ago. I will hold on to that till the day I die. And then last game was Rams at Bears. And I think the main thing I want to harp on here is you and I have always said that the Bears cannot continue to live in the fourth quarter.
And
they
showed it.
And it was a crazy way for them to get it. And I mean, as soon as I saw Caleb Williams scramble back, I'm like, they're screwed. But I mean, he still had a little bit of that magic left to get into it. And then he threw that pick. DJ Moore gives up on the route. Should Caleb have even thrown it his way? We don't know. But it's unfortunate. It came back to bite them. So,
but you know what? you have to look at what they did this season, and you have to feel good about the direction that they're going as an organization and as a team. Ben Johnson was obviously the right choice. Caleb Williams, he had a good season. He had a good season, right? And imagine, give him another season in this scheme under this coaching staff. I think that their run game was pretty decent this season. They've got weapons kind of spread out, but they had a couple of injuries there. But and the defense is strong.
Yeah,
the defense has a lot of potential. I think that they could definitely do with a good draft, maybe some decent free agents. But I feel good about the Bears' future.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah,
I mean, to go from worst to first,
right,
in that division, you got to give credit to Ben Johnson. So.
Well, you know what? We talked about last week's games. Let's move on to this week's predictions. All right, guys. It is time for predictions. This week, we only have the two games, NFC Championship and AFC Championship. Yep. And I'm going to kick us off here with the AFC. Now, we've talked about this. I don't think the Broncos can win it. I don't think they can do it without Bo Nix. They've been winning close games against bad teams all season long. Yes, they've made a little run here in the playoffs, but without Bo Nix, I just don't see it happening. Drake May has had a really great season. He's an MVP candidate. I like Mike Vrabel a lot, and I just think that it's going to be the Patriots in the bowl.
Which is crazy to say now. I mean, I
certainly wouldn't have thought that.
No.
To be fair, the AFC is not what it was a couple years ago.
Some certain juggernauts were not in the playoffs this year.
The Chiefs are not what they used to be. Ravens are not what they used to be. Bills are not what they used to be. It's kind of a weak AFC this season, and there's been a lot of talk about the Patriots not playing a lot of really good teams. I am sitting here rage baiting Justin a little bit, but I think they're going to beat the Broncos. It's not really much of a question for me. What do you think, Miles?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head here. I mean, New England has been hot in the playoffs, and despite them being young, despite it being a first year under Mike Vrabel's program and second year for Drake May, it's clicked so well. And it hurts me to say, not because I dislike Mike Vrabel or Drake May, it just hurts that they're yet again going to be in the AFC Championship game, and this might be a start to another dynasty.
Yeah,
with an offseason full of cap and draft picks. So.
Or it could be a one-hit wonder. We'll have to see.
Please.
I'm loving the chat right now. 28-3.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
That's tough.
I love the Falcons comment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my boy Seth. Falcons fan. He has all the confidence in them. Haley, formerly from Tacoma, Washington, is naturally a Seahawks fan.
Miles, why don't we ever cover bocce ball?
This is Summer. That's a great question. Because Jared and I are too busy playing bocce ball.
Yeah.
By the time we get on set,
professional bocce ball players. Yeah. To talk about it,
Well, you get so sick of it.
Yeah.
It's like we do it all week, and then we don't want to talk
just make
about
so much money from playing that it's like, do we really need to talk about it on the podcast too? Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. So Pats at Broncos, anything else out on there?
No, I think we're good, man. Let's move on to Rams and Seahawks. This is a tough one. I think it's going to be a close game. I know the majority of people are probably going to pick the Seahawks, especially after the butt whooping that they gave to the Niners last week. But I think that the Rams are the more complete team. They've been here before. Sean McVay has more experience in the playoffs. Yes, they're going to be playing in Seattle. That makes this a lot tougher. But I'm sticking with my Super Bowl pick, and I'm going with the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford is going to step up and get it done.
I don't disagree with that. and this is such a chalk take, but it literally all falls on Sam Darnold. I could lean towards the Rams because I know Matthew Stafford is that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sam Darnold, he didn't have to win that game against San Francisco last week. And, you know, that's not a bad thing. But if that defensive line for the Rams is going to cause pressure and rattle him a little bit, and we know he's prone to turnovers, I just don't know. But, like, and there's no Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker's going to get more of the carries. They're going to bracket JSN.
Mm-hmm.
Is Cooper Kupp going to step up and be the leading receiver again for 2 weeks in a row? I mean, I think despite me saying that, I'm going to go Seattle.
Okay.
Because that is a hostile environment.
I'll tell you this right now too. I think that the Super Bowl champion is going to be somebody.
It's going to be the
NFC West.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'm going to go Seattle despite my worries with them. I feel more comfortable with the Rams and their experience, like you said, Sean McVay,
mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford, and this could be at least Stafford's going away party. You know, he could, if he wins it, he could retire, which I would love. Even Sean McVay, join him, please. Hang up the play sheet. But yeah, I despise the Rams. I despise the Seahawks. But I think I hate Seattle a little less. So
okay, all right,
yeah, I'll go with the Hawks.
Sounds good, man. Well,
is it time?
I think it's time.
We've been alluding to this guy all stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to get him on the hot seat. So
yeah, and for the live, you're gonna get to see the little shuffle around. But guys, it is time for the fourth quarter guest of the week. Justin, what you got for us, man? How are you doing? Thank you for being on.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
For the chat, for the show. This is my best friend Justin. We grew up together. How long has our friendship been? 14, 15 years now?
14, 15.
So yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, happy to have you on. It's cool. Thank you for being our first live guest.
I'm
yes.
very honored.
And what a time to do it too. Your Patriots are in the championship game here, so
yeah, great, good,
much
perfect
to my
opportunity.
Disbelief, I didn't believe we'd make it either.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess that'll segue me into my first question is, like, do you think that this potentially could be the start of a new dynasty with, you know, your still young roster, still a lot of talent gaps. You're going to have a lot of cap space and draft stock to build on this season. Do you think this is going to be Brady and Belichick 2.0?
I think it's a little too early to tell. Even in the first couple years of the Brady Belichick dynasty, it took them a couple years, and Brady was still proving himself and everything after that first Super Bowl. So I think it's a little early to tell. I think Mike Vrabel is definitely changing the culture. And I don't know if Drake May is going to have one of those slumps like most of the other quarterbacks have in that class.
Right.
And I think Mike McDaniels is a very good offensive coordinator. I think it's a culture that went from losing real bad a lot to something that could potentially be a next Belichick and Brady, but I think it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
I think just time will tell. Like I said, Vrabel's changing the culture. He's very hands-on with his players, and
you're taking a humble approach here because you would have all the cachet to say that yes, this is because this is the New England Patriots.
But see, that's the thing is like Brady did it for so long that it's not down. Okay, Brady did it for so long that it wasn't a normal like run of a good run of in the NFL. So the Patrick Mahomes going downhill this year, like that's what your normal good run in the NFL is for a quarterback in a team is a couple years, 5 years, you know. For the Patriots to do it so long is just abnormal. So it's hard to tell whether or not it's going to be a sustainable thing or not.
Right. And I mean, what's your your definition of a dynasty? You know what I mean? Like where does that end? You know, typically it's been about a 10-year period, right?
Yeah.
You talk about the Niners in the 80s. You got the Cowboys in the 90s. The 2000s are the Patriots, and then the 2010s
Still
have
the
been
Patriots.
You could split that Patriots and Chiefs
Towards
going
yeah,
into
Patriots,
2020.
Patriots, Chiefs.
2010s, it was the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on what your definition of a dynasty is.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see what they do. I really like Drake May. I really like Mike Vrabel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool to see that that didn't keep them down too long, you know. And when you have good ownership, when you have good front office, all of those things make a big difference. That's why you see teams like the Browns and the Bengals that they will never get, like, it feels like they'll never get there because of bad ownership and bad front office. And we talk about this constantly on the pod. So
Quick shout out to Scooney and Marla for the roses. Thank you guys for the support.
Yeah.
Haley Bell liking the video. Thank you.
Speaking of bad front office, though, Miles, we talked about this yesterday. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just get this narrative going. Sell the team in Arizona. Sell the team in Arizona. We talked about this
last
night.
I mean, and you guys are lucky enough to be the outsiders looking in. I have to live this shit every day of my life. But yeah, I don't think Michael Bidwell is going to be forced to sell a team unless you get some Dan Snyder kind of dirt on him.
We could fabricate something.
You want to frame him for something?
Let's do it. We could get something.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And if I go to prison for framing him, then I'm doing every Cardinal fan a service. If we get caught,
that's true. That's true. It's not illegal if you don't get caught.
Don't take that advice though.
Yeah, Casey in the chat, Browns ownership is so horrendous. That is also true. I would like to think the Cardinals aren't the worst organization in the league, but I mean, historically they are. So, but
unfortunately,
I think it's a toss-up between the Cardinals and the Browns.
Statistically,
historically,
it's
the
Cardinals are actually worse
because they've existed for a long time and they only have 7 playoff wins in over 100 years.
One Super Bowl appearance.
They could have won that too. Gosh. But regardless, I think there are reasons why he should sell the team, but it's not bad enough. And I didn't want to make this the topic of you coming on here. It's like, why are we talking about this like XFL franchise here? But
I mean, if y'all want, y'all can go do that. What is it? The barnyard football. You might do better with that, honestly.
If they added divisions to the NFL, then
we'll just make them an arena league.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That'll
be fine.
You guys back down to college.
Yeah. Who knows? Indiana could beat Arizona this year.
I think Indiana would have had their number.
Yeah. But yeah, he's done bad things in the past. Former GM Steve Keim, he got suspended for getting a DUI, and Michael Bidwell provided the burner phone to Steve Keim so he could still talk to former head coach Steve Wilkes. This was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
He's had reports of, like harassing like employees, yelling at pregnant women, stuff like that. And he's just downright a horrible owner. And I think the next best thing outside of him selling the franchise is just to hire a president of football operations so he can just go away and sign the checks and still rake the cash in, but just be totally removed from the football scene because him and his father have not run this organization very well. So, but
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make this a shit on the Cardinals.
No, it's all right. I mean, you guys,
I'm okay with shit on the Cardinals.
Yeah, it is fun though. I like to hear you talk about it.
I'm, like you, I like shitting on the Cardinals too because I'm so used to it at this point. But yeah, sorry, I didn't want you guys coming to swim in the mud with me over here. Because you guys are swimming in gold where you guys support. So
well, I don't know.
I don't know about Jared over there.
I was gonna say 41-6 is pretty rough.
Yeah.
If
could get much worse.
It's injured gold.
Let me tell you,
it's injured gold.
It's fool's gold.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
it's going to medical bills. That's This is borrowed money.
Yeah. But I mean, let's go back to the AFC East here, because Jared and I were pretty confident that New England would get to, at least second place in the division. We didn't expect them to win the division, but with Buffalo firing Sean McDermott. Who knows what they're going to do? Miami hires Jeff Hafley, who I don't believe in as a head coach.
No.
The division looks like it's getting worse while you guys are on the rise. So do you think the AFC East, and I know you said it's too early to tell, is this going to be New England's division once again?
I think it depends on the Jets are the Jets, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 0 turnovers throughout the entire season is ridiculous.
Or 0 picks. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
0 picks
Aaron
is
Glenn, a defensive head
absolutely
coach.
ridiculous.
That's bad.
I think the Miami moving away from McDaniels, and I think they need to move off of Tua, to be honest.
100%.
He's not playing good ball, and I think he's
I don't see a scenario where Tua returns next season.
No, I don't either.
I cannot imagine any organization that is going to deal with that and continue on with this quarterback. You know where I could see Tua going, though?
The Cardinals.
Hell no! Oh my
To
God! Are you
Miles'
kidding me?
Cardinals.
No,
I
just
mean,
keep
Jacoby
Kyler Murray
Brissett
at
was
that
doing
point.
a pretty solid job at the end of the season. But I think that with McDermott getting fired in Buffalo, and if they put some pieces around Josh Allen and he stops playing so much hero ball, and doesn't have to play as much hero ball, I think it can go either way in the AFC East. I think it'll be either between Buffalo or New England. But like I said, there's no way of telling.
Yeah.
It just depends on what pieces get moved around that division and what happens. The Jets are always going to be the Jets. I don't think Miami. I think Miami's going to go into a full rebuild. We're on the up, and I think that Buffalo needs to build more around Josh Allen and get him those better weapons. James Cook did lead the league in rushing, but that's only so much that you can do.
Right.
It's real easy to defend against a one play style or one format kind of play style.
Yeah.
So,
I think with the coaching change in Buffalo, I think that the Pats are going to run that division for a little while.
I mean, they might. But like I said, if they decide to go in and start making bangs and putting pieces around Josh Allen, he is a hell of a player. He'd come off that MVP season. If he can get the tools to get it done, I think he can get it done.
What do you think are the Patriots' biggest weakness going into this week?
I think it's honestly just Drake May needs to settle down a little bit at times. I think
He's young.
He's young.
Mm-hmm.
He did have a high completion percentage over the season, but he needs to settle down. I know it's his first time in the playoffs. It's first AFC championship that he's ever been in. So I think Matt Collins coming back could help. It gives him another weapon that he's familiar with and has chemistry with. And they think they need to just keep doing what they've been doing, which is just wear down those defenses until the fourth quarter. I mean, look at the Texans. They wore them down, and then fourth quarter, Ramondre Stevenson was getting like 8 yards of carry.
And their defense has been really tough this season.
Yeah.
Their
And
defense
they can
is,
last.
I think if they put Christian Gonzalez on Cortland Sutton and just cover him, I don't think Stidham's going to have a chance, honestly. They're going to put pressure on him.
I agree.
I think it would have been a lot different with Bo Nix. I think it could have gone either way, honestly. Both defenses are solid. They both have top corners to cover the top guys. I think the Patriots' run game is a little bit better. But
Travion Henderson, I think,
it's that two-back system that works really well for them.
Ramondre Stevenson had a good week a couple weeks ago.
But the injury to Bo Nix is unfortunate for them.
Right.
I think it could have gone either way with Bo Nix. But obviously he's not going to be playing, so.
Stid the kid. Can't wait to see that.
On the other side of that, Stidham did get drafted by the Patriots, and now he might come back and have a revenge game, which I'm afraid for.
That'd be
I
poetic.
highly doubt it, but
He's not Nick Foles, man.
No, but it
He's
would
not
create
Nick
it would be a
Foles.
good narrative for him, honestly.
Yeah.
I hear
100%.
you. I hear you. All right. Well, if I asked you this question, are you going to be biased?
No.
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
I honestly think it's going to be the Patriots, and I think it's
To win?
No, to win. I don't know yet.
Okay.
But you think you'll get there?
I think we'll get there. The matchup between the Rams and Seattle, they're both solid teams. I think that Seattle has a little bit better of special teams with that addition
Oh my God,
of Rashid
yeah.
Shaheed. But like I was saying, I think the special teams unit is what's going to make a difference in that game, honestly.
Yeah.
They're both solid offenses. They're both solid defenses. They both have top 1 and 2 receivers in the league with JSN and Puka Nacua. Devontae Adams has been on a very solid run the last few weeks.
He has.
Being that red zone threat. But I honestly think it's going to come down to special teams and who can cover who on that.
I agree.
I think it can go either way. It's just going to depend on how each quarterback plays and how the defenses play.
100%. I think that's a good take.
Yeah.
Because we even saw the Rams fire their special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
Just a handful of weeks ago. And Rashid Shaheed is no joke when it comes to the return game. And the Rams could have seriously been screwed by that blocked punt versus Carolina, too. So, I think that's a good take. We're back, Marla. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but like I said, I would rather be a fan of your guys' teams than you guys would rather be a fan of mine. But in terms of would you rather,
you got that right.
Yeah, in terms of would you rather's, I think we all got one to share with each other.
Mine has nothing to do with football, though. So.
If you guys want to hear all these sound effects, you're gonna have to go watch the the actual video or listen to it. Listen to the recording.
If it makes you feel better, and I can't hear any of them either.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in silence.
Yeah,
so.
It might get a little awkward.
It's probably really awkward for you.
It's a little awkward.
That was probably a pretty awkward moment on the live, which is funny.
But yeah, this is where we're gonna cap it off with our good old signature "Would You Rather" segment.
You want
Justin,
you want to just go this way?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. This is for both of you. Okay. All right. Would you rather have to explain your worst drunk text or reenact it with full dramatic acting?
Who am I explaining it to, and who am I reenacting it to? Because I think that makes a
imagine
difference.
that you're live on TikTok.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the first one again? You have to explain it to somebody?
Yeah, would you rather have to explain your worst drunk text or reenact it with full dramatic acting?
I would just explain it.
I think I'd rather explain it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't
don't
need to
think
get
I'm
all
That was a softball.
I don't need to get all
Yeah.
whimsical with my actions
I
about
don't think
what I
I'm
was
enough
trying to
of
say.
an actor to reenact it in full, gusto.
No,
Yeah.
but it would be funny.
It would be very funny, but,
Do you, off the top of your head, do you know what your worst drunk text was?
no.
I don't either.
I couldn't now.
I've had a few over the years. But I feel like you could chalk up explaining the worst text that you were drunk, which is a
That's
cop
fair.
out, but it's an easy out.
It's still, it could still get weird. Okay, boys. Would you rather, let me just preface right now, both of the same salary. Would you rather be the equipment manager for your favorite NFL team, but you enjoy handling the sweaty/dirty towels and gear a little too much, and it becomes public knowledge?
Oof.
Or play on your favorite NFL team, but be famous for being the smelliest player? And same salary.
Same salary?
Same salary?
Equipment manager salary. You're not going to make millions.
Can I be
on
like?
the
so
Can I
you're
be
gonna
like
on,
the
like the
fourth?
practice squad?
Can I be like
you
the
make
fourth
like 100
string-
grand.
Can I be like the fourth string quarterback?
You're on the 53.
Can I be like the third string kicker?
You're on the 53. That's all that matters.
So no practice squad. Okay, I want to be. Can I pick which position I play?
Sure.
All right, I want to be the kicker.
I think I'd be a kicker.
I'd be a kicker. Yeah.
Because
You
at
know,
least
people
you're
wouldn't
warming
want to
up-
block your kick.
At least you're warming up in pads, and you'd have a reason to be sweaty.
Right,
Whether-
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't control if you stink and you're sweaty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But-
That's fine. I'll be smelly.
Yeah, if you're the equipment manager liking it, I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
You're just getting blasted in public.
Yeah, well, I mean, probably nobody would want to block your kick. You know, if you're kicking, your legs going up a little high, that's, there's going to be an
Good.
aroma there.
I mean,
So,
you could never miss a field goal
yeah.
Yeah.
unless you just suck.
Yeah.
All right, man. What you got?
All right,
Off the dome?
off the dome.
Okay.
Would you rather win a fist fight versus a 7-year-old once a week, or lose a fist fight versus a 7-year-old once a week?
I'd throw hands.
You're gonna whoop a 7-year-old's ass?
Oh yeah.
Are there legal consequences?
Ooh, this is a good question.
I hadn't thought that far. We'll say you spend like a day in jail every time you win. Just a day.
So
Is it on
you're
my
in jail
record?
once a week?
Yeah, it's going to go on your record. You get processed.
So once a week you're in jail.
Yeah. Spend 1 day in jail.
Yeah, that changes things. But then I got to get my ass beat by a 7-year-old? Oh, man.
I'd
That's
probably
tough.
I'd just be like, all right, kid, like, come give me a knuckle sandwich. Like, I can't go to jail, man.
I can't let you off that early for his would you rather.
What do you mean?
You get the shit kicked out of you. It's
Yeah.
got to be embarrassing.
Yeah, you're not like, it's not like you're giving up
So, like,
easy. You're getting like,
Well, no, I know,
the
but,
shit
like-
kicked out of you, like stitches.
But
black
how are
eyes.
people gonna fare with that when I'm in jail? Like, oh, you beat the shit out of a kid, and then they're gonna beat the shit out of me, and that's gonna be grown man
That's fair.
ass kicking. So,
It's
I
true,
don't
but
want
it's
that on
only
my
for a day.
record.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's like county jail for a day. You know, it's like a vacation.
That's
Yeah.
gonna rack up. You know how many weeks I'm gonna
Kicking and
live for the
counting.
rest of my life? Oh my, no, just like I'll take the embarrassment. Maybe we can like profit off of it too. Like people would want
Put
to
it
watch
into
that.
WorldStar.
Yeah.
Have you seen that episode of Black Mirror where it's got to do ridiculous things for money?
Yeah.
You seen that
Yeah.
one? That's basically what it would be. It'd just be us on a live getting money for Miles getting the shit kicked out of him by a kid.
I mean, honestly,
The more I think about it, I think I'd probably have to get beat up by the 7-year-old too. I don't know if I want to
my
go to
girlfriend's
county.
gonna hate me, but I'm whooping that 7-year-old's ass. I don't want the embarrassment and the jokes that will be forever a thing from
Let me
getting
ask-
whooped by a 7-year-old.
Let me ask you something. Can I pick the 7-year-old?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
What do you think, chat? Can you pick the 7-year-old? What does
Some-
chat say?
We're waiting for an answer.
Got nothing yet. It'd be funny
My
if Marla
girlfriend's
is the
gonna be
one
mad
that
at that
says
answer.
something.
Chat says
She
that we
works
can
with
pick the
kids.
7-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Marla works with kids, by the
that
way.
makes it.
Oh my god.
Family's the way to
go.
go. I mean that sweetens it a little bit, right?
It
Like,
would.
I mean,
Yeah,
if I
you
don't
just
like
wait.
that 7-year-old and he's being an asshole, then
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Can I go back and forth between them? Like,
Watch your
if
profanity.
Watch
one,
go- Is that my first or my second?
That's your first.
that was your first. Yeah.
Sweet.
Could I
Try to
like?
keep it under 2?
Well, okay. So like 1 week I want to beat up the
Yeah,
7-year-old,
you
but
can
then the
change it
next
from
week I.
week to
Oh,
week.
okay. Okay.
So no matter what, it's happening. There's no like, yeah,
There's no
it's
way out of
happening no
it.
matter what. Okay,
Yeah,
You just got to make that choice.
but you're gonna let us
Okay.
switch it up?
sure.
I take that deal.
Right,
I do
yeah.
both. Yeah,
Damn
I do
good deal.
both. Yeah, week to week. Maybe I'm feeling sick that week. I don't know.
Yeah, and I just want to go take a nap in county.
Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
got plans on Saturday.
Yeah, you want free
That's-
housing for a night?
Someone asked if they could be on the podcast next. Ooh.
Ooh, who is it, Miles? Who wants to be on the podcast next?
Murdog, you want to be on the pod?
It's a pretty
I don't know
good
if there's-
time. You should try it.
I don't know if there's going to be any geographical complications, but you know,
Can't see who it
we're
is.
never opposed. Yeah, and we don't even know who you are.
Yeah, we're always
so-
looking. Honestly, we're always looking for opportunities to expand and get more people on the pod. Yeah, we
You can
love
always
that.
call
So,
in.
Yeah, always call in too. You guys should definitely do that, especially on the live. I'm thinking about getting a new phone number just for the pod, and maybe we'll like post it up here for the segment, and then
Yeah.
people on the live can call in during the cast. I think that would be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
a great idea.
So if you guys like that idea, let me know. You guys could be live on the pod. It'd be dope. And if anyone ever wants to be on or has any thoughts about different things that we should do, comment on the posts. We put out like 3-4 posts a week.
They do post
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, we post a lot. You guys should comment under it. Give us the likes, follow, subscribes. I'm not going to end the show just yet because I think you
Yes,
got
yes.
something else.
So, long story short, I live halfway or all the way across the country, and I was not there for Jared's birthday. So, me coming and knowing I was coming, I got him a birthday present.
And he wouldn't give it to me off the pod.
No.
This
So,
is
you get this big ass bag, and I even was super nice to you and
Niner colors.
Niners colors.
yeah.
Also, someone said they want to see Stevie on the pod more. I also want to see Stevie on the pod more,
That
but
would
she
be
does not
great.
like to sit still.
I
No,
don't
she does
think
not.
she'd be good for the camera.
Thank you for this. Let's see.
This is the second gift opening on this show.
It is the second gift opening.
And the first live one.
Ooh. Well, I'm the first live guest, so.
Oh, shit.
You can thank my
that a
wonderful
puffer?
girlfriend, Melanie. It is a...
We're going to put this in front of the camera. Sorry. Here, Miles, did that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, I don't like any 49ers things in front of me.
We thrifted that a couple weeks ago, so it is vintage from the 90s.
This is
that's
sweet,
awesome,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My girlfriend has got me into thrifting now, so...
It's a way to go, man. I used
have
to work
found
at a
some cool
thrift store.
things.
Thank you so much. I
figured-
appreciate you.
I figured you're always cold, so, 40 degrees is cold here for him.
Yeah.
I figured he'd actually wear it.
Now you don't have to ask me to snuggle you anymore.
I'm wearing this
you can just put
tomorrow.
that on.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is sweet. Even after that embarrassing loss, I was gonna try to not wear any more Niners gear for the rest of the year.
what?
'cause I
Oh,
was
man.
upset.
Welcome to my world,
But I'm
bro.
wearing this tomorrow. It's gonna be cold. It's supposed to be like 17, 18 degrees tomorrow morning when I go to work.
Nah.
This is
Just turn the heat
sweet.
on.
Also, yeah, thank you, Melanie, as well, Justin's girlfriend.
She is wonderful.
Yeah, shout out to
Absolutely.
Melanie. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
And thank you guys at home. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, episode 23, Miles. Episode 23. We're almost
growing up,
there.
man. Yeah.
We are almost there. We're almost at our 6-month mark. We appreciate you guys so much. Again, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment on the post. Feel free to give us a DM. Maybe once we get our own phone number, please call in. We love that. If you guys want to be physically on the pod, let us know. Let us know. We'd love to have you. And we'll see you next week.